really need. The people should be represented and not special groups. A lifetime of politics with me extends back many years, as most of you know. And of course, Texas Tech is a very vital part of my history, having authored the bill to create the med school, the hospital district, secured funding to build a law school and implement its operation, to build a museum and implement its operation. And then as a lifetime resident of Lubbock County, if you've ever been to Montford Prison Unit, when you turn off, there's a White House in the corner right there by the road. I was born, literally, in that house. So I can say I was born beside the road before the roads were ever built in Lubbock County. And so I have been a lifetime resident. My history of the political arena has been successful. Voter ID, I voted against it for a simple reason. It was a grossly misrepresented piece of legislation to call it photo ID when it had 20 classifications that any two of those could be used and would accept you from having a photo and would qualify you to vote. Example, a library card and evidence of a sex change operation. Those two items would get you authority to vote. There were other numerous items, utility bill, various documents that are easily duplicated and misrepresented. I have and had prepared an exact, what I call a real voter ID bill to be offered as a substitute in committee this time, but the committee never did act. But this would have required that anything used for identification had to have a photo of the person that was voting. And it did not put the responsibility on the election judges, put the responsibility for authorizing voting on the shoulders of the duly hired election administrator. So that's the answer to that one. I helped organize Plains Cotton Growers, High Plains Underground Water District, and numerous other farm organizations because I was an active farmer. I worked diligently back in the early years of my farming for us to establish proof of ownership of underground water, that the surface owner owns that water. And that's the essential important thing for agriculture, that the person who does the farming, tilling the soil, has the first access to that water. So there are just a lot of things like that that I'm quite proud of. The thing I'm most proud of is just to represent District 83. That's my responsibility, is to vote in a manner that I think the people in District 83 would vote if they had access to the same information that we as legislators have had. And that's essential because 10-second sound bites of media reports is not a complete source of evidence about any legislation as evidenced at the national level. You hear all of the giveaway programs about the federal government's going to do this and do that. But the bottom line is the federal government is going to shift a lot of the cost responsibility to the states. I think that will be a tremendous detriment to our next session of the legislature. Once again, I'm serving for the third time as chairman of the Redistrict Committee in the House of Representatives, and the fourth time was vice chairman. So I'm the most experienced redistrict person in the Texas legislature based on prior experiences. And next session we have to redistrict. The magic numbers this time, our population in Texas is estimated to have increased by 3,940,000 since the last census project. And this census will be taken again on April 1st. And the big numbers, whatever they turn out to be, will be the numbers that we have to operate under to draw districts. That quite simply means that rural Texas is going to be in a position to lose votes because metropolitan areas are the growth areas. We've had some growth in Lubbock, but we have not had near the growth that Arlington, Texas has had and that those other areas have had. So I think that the biggest responsibility next time is going to be to draw districts that will protect as much as possible the voting strength of rural Texas. Because rural Texas, if you look at all of the records, is really the grassroots basic support for our Republican Party, our conservative philosophies. And that's what I want to do, is preserve that for you and for all the other people of this state. With that, I would thank you for being here. And Mr. Chairman, I appreciate you handling this in the manner that it's been handled and getting out this big crowd, because this is one of the greatest turnouts that I've seen in the many years I've been involved. Thanks so much.